Welcome to Mac with a new software update. Today we're talking about Sequoia 15.1 Developer Beta 5. The update size on my device updating from Beta 4 comes in at 2.32 gigs. This is an issue that you might actually experience while trying to download this beta. So before I could see this 15.1 Developer Beta 5, I had on my beta update tab right here, I had macOS 15.1 selected as the profile, but it seemed to not be able to find the update. In order for me to find this, I had to switch off my beta profile, and then I selected macOS Sequoia Developer Beta and not 15.1, and for some reason it found 15.1 even though I just have Sequoia Developer Beta selected. So should this be an issue you experience, then you know how to go around that. And at the same time, to show you some other updates that Apple released today, I believe 23rd, visionOS 2.1 Beta 2, we have watchOS 11.1 Beta 2, we have tvOS 18.1 Beta 2, macOS 15.1 Beta 5, of course, iPadOS 18.1 Beta 5, and iOS 18.1 Beta 5. Most of these software updates that you see here, I do cover here on the channel at Halfmanhalftech. So if you want to stay up to date, definitely do subscribe. And now let me finish this update and show you what's new. My device has now been updated. Going into the system settings and then go to software update, you can quickly see the new build number that we have with macOS 15.1, and this is with Beta 5 24B5055E. In terms of the new features and changes that this update has to offer, the first one that you are definitely going to see has to do with this iPhone mirroring application. When you open it up for the first time, at least for me, it seems to revert to its default, and it has a new pop-up screen that's going to tell you that you can mirror your iPhone to your Mac just like this. And then when you can click continue right here, and it will tell you that, hey, you need to make sure that your iPhone is unlocked. So let me quickly do that, and I don't have to open and use my iPhone, and you can see allow for notifications on the iPhone, yes, and now iPhone mirroring is ready to use. So for some reason it seems to default to this, and let me see if I can change the windows. So I don't think I can still change the windows to large, small, medium, and at the same time you can see it automatically comes up locked, and if I use my fingerprint to unlock it, you can see where it comes up to. And now I can go into settings and see the iOS version that I'm on, which is iOS 18.1 Beta 5. It doesn't end there with iPhone mirroring, because Apple has made an update whereby now you can easily drag and drop files. So for example, if I want to drag this picture from here and drag it in the notes, boom, you can see it automatically shows up, and it works both ways. So either if you're going from your Finder in Mac or whatever application you want to take the files from, you'll be able to easily just drag that file and drop it in, and you can see it does have a little bit of a delay, but it's good. If you have a file or something you want to share from your iPhone to your Mac, you can easily do that. Just open up the file, drag it to the Mac window, and it will automatically transfer, and it's actually pretty fast. Before, I couldn't be able to see these toggles here where I could close and minimize windows on Beta 4. If you watch my video, you'll see I was experiencing that issue, but now on Beta 5 this is working. I can minimize it, or if I want I can even close it, and I have these multitask and homepage toggles which were missing on the previous update. And something to show you here is you can see when I go to the top menu bar on the battery, they've added a new section where I can easily enter low power mode right here. So if I want my Mac to go into low power mode, instead of going into the settings or doing other things, I can quickly just tap on the battery icon and it's right there. If your Mac restarted while your messages application was open, this is automatically going to start jumping up and down to show you that it requires your attention. So keep an eye on that. And this is the first splash screen that you're going to see, and it's going to tell you about message summaries and smart replies, and that's just a new splash screen here. And if you click continue, of course it will continue in your messages, although from what I'm seeing right here, it isn't actually summarizing the messages. In messages, I noticed that now with RCS, when you're texting back and forth with someone who has an Android message and you have RCS enabled, it now shows RCS in messages. And if you start a new window, it will show RCS from the day you began using RCS or you enabled it on your device. When you go into your system settings right here and you go to Apple Intelligence and Siri, you can see that they've brought it up the ladder. It's actually approaching the general window, which is the default window that system settings opens to now. So before it used to be somewhere down here, but now it's even closer to the top, showing how much importance or priority Apple is giving this Apple Intelligence and Siri. When you access or trigger your new Siri or Apple Intelligence, it will initially glitch and show up on your main display if you have like an external monitor. That's an issue that I'm experiencing, but then after 2 or 3 attempts, then it will show up on your secondary monitor. It's like it takes a few seconds for it to realize where it's at. And when you type something using Apple Intelligence, you can see the animation has been improved and the windows that it now gives you are now more current. It uses this glow animation when you use like a prompt like this. Sometimes it covers this whole pop-up or window that it would have given you as an answer, but at this point in time it seems to be a hit and miss, and there's an improvement to the suggestions or the prompts that you are being given. In the Apple account, which previously used to be called your Apple ID, you now have under the security and sign-in tab, you have automatic verification, which can now be used by allowing iCloud to automatically and privately verify your device and account. And this is something that after updating is turned on by default. If you want it off, then you'll have to go into the settings and turn it off. Within the Note application, and this is more reminiscent in applications that take advantage of Apple Intelligence, especially those developed by Apple. For example, in the Notes, you can see we now have a new dedicated Apple Intelligence writing tools icon that has been added. If you want to use writing tools, you can quickly do that. And if you go there, select something and then click here, it will quickly give you those writing tools where you can proofread, you can rewrite, or you can use summarize and key points or make it a table if you want. In the network tab, there's an improvement when it comes to the Wi-Fi settings, which has been added. The Safari version that ships with this update, just to show you, if we go to the About Safari, you can see it right here. It's still version 18.1 with the build number 20619.2.5.11. The release notes for this update actually mention quite a number of resolved issues, so you can go into some of these. You can see AppKit, they have a resolved issue, they have data detection resolved issue, and this issue that was resolved with regards to Siri, I was actually experiencing it. So some users or some buttons rather on the macOS Siri snippet might be unresponsive when using Siri through voice, so that was an issue. And it also affected me when I was using dictation, so at least for now it seems to be okay. There's StoreKit, there is Swift UI, and that's just about the most of the issues that have been resolved. Of course there may be more, but for now this is what I have and this is what I've found. This is more like a first on hands look. I have to mention that when I was using the macOS 15.1 beta 4 this morning before I updated, my system actually crashed, and you know, luckily I wasn't like in the middle of a big project. My data that was there wasn't too important, so it crashed. But after updating to beta 5, I haven't seen that issue. But should that happen, then I'll probably make another update for you on my social media handle so that you stay up to date. That's just a quick overview of macOS 15.1 beta 5. Let me know if you're looking into updating your device, and at the same time, some of the features that are here, like transferring files from your Mac to your iPhone using the iPhone mirroring feature. You do have to make sure that your iPhone is updated to iOS 18.1 beta 5. So that's about it for me. My name is Ben and I'm signing off. Peace.